Top of the circle, waiting, shooting, goal!
Hockey is back. Your Elmira River Sharks return to the Shark Tank Thursday, January 25th and Friday, January 26th to take on the Port Huron Prowlers. The Prowlers enter town for the first time Thursday, January 25th at 7:05 p.m., Friday, January 5 p.m., Friday, January 26th, also at 7:05 p.m. Get your tickets online at Ticketmaster or on the Ticketmaster app or by calling the box office, 607-734-PUCK. River Sharks Hockey. Fear the fin.
Hello and welcome in here live to the Watertown Municipal Arena. My name is John Clement. I'll be bringing you all tonight's action, and that's right, folks, we are back live on YouTube. Glad to be here as we get everything sorted out and ready to go here. That's right, this is game 78 of the season, the makeup from back a few weeks ago when Watertown was underwater without the water, as they couldn't get enough water to power the Zamboni and everything. So that was a shortened weekend for the River Sharks. But this game here is huge in the standings board. These two squads separated now by just 3 points. A win tonight. The River Sharks completely closed the gap and have taken full advantage of a weekend series that they desperately need to do exactly that. And they have done it in excellent fashion. 4-2 victories both Friday and Saturday night, as Elmira came away with big wins both at home and here in front of a packed crowd on Military Appreciation Night. The Watertown Wolves did not give that military crowd much to cheer about at all, really. 2 goals coming their way as the River Sharks were able to pelt home four big goals, including a huge night from the newest member of the River Sharks and a former Watertown Wolf, Kyle Powell. We're all very familiar with what Kyle Powell was able to do in a Wolves uniform against former Elmira FPHL teams, and of course, over the last couple of years down there in Binghamton wearing a Black Bears uniform. Certainly glad to have him on this side of the benches and the action coming into tonight's action. Again, game number 2 for Kyle Powell, as head coach Tyler Jurich will be depleted a little bit after some issues taking place over the course of last night's game. Austin Pickford has been suspended 10 games. He will be out, unfortunately, for a good long while here. The next 10 games starting tonight, so it'll be 9 after tonight. Mark Pozar on a 1-game suspension for his hit late in the game last night. And, of course, obviously the 5-minute and the game penalty were assessed at the time. Austin Pickford, we did have to wait until today to get clarification. Now, just to clarify so that anyone listening to the broadcast can take this home and understand what happened. So the reason Tyler Jurich was not suspended along with Austin Pickford is the way the rule is written. The rule states that the coach is exempt if it has something, or if it has nothing to do with coming over the boards, having been a part of the ruling. That means that Tyler Jurich is exempt from that suspension, and he will be back on the bench here tonight. So obviously it was a in the course of play situation and something that obviously the coach did not send out his player to do. So he was exempt from that, as is the rule. So that's the clarification for everybody sitting at home. And again, want to thank you all for tuning in here live on YouTube, your home for River Sharks hockey all season long. Zamboni is done, and that means we are getting closer and closer to game time. Obviously, the biggest question was who will start in between the pipes. And for head coach Tyler Jurich, going to go right back to the big man. Sammy Bernard, 5-6 record, 423 goals against, 884 save percentage. And on the other side, it looks like, not 100% sure yet, but the rumor is Eloy Bouchard, activated today, will be back between the pipes. 3-3 record, 456 goals against, 903 save percentage. The Elmira River Sharks do have a positive record against Bouchard, but still not going to be an easy task. Going to have to take advantage and go right to work against a goaltender who has not had an opportunity to play for a little bit, and he's going to come out and look to get something done here tonight as the River Sharks trying to finish off a 3-game weekend sweep. The River Sharks, again, looking at the hot player to watch, no doubt about it. The guy wearing number 77 right now, Kyle Powell, came in last night, had a goal and an assist in his Elmira River Sharks debut, and looks to continue to keep that up right back here in front of an arena he played 4 years and won a championship in. Kyle Powell will be tonight's hot player to watch, and he's going to start things off. So head coach Tyler Jurich going right back to the well, hoping the River Sharks can get off to a hot start We're going to send it down to head coach Tyler George now with Coach's Corner. When we come back, it'll be just about time for Puck Drop. You're listening to River Sharks Hockey here on Mixler.com and live on YouTube.
Down here for another edition of Coach's Corner with head coach Tyler George. Coach, obviously a big win Friday night. Quick road trip up here to Watertown now. 2 big games, but a big new addition to the lineup. Kyle Powell making his debut here tonight. What does that mean to the team coming off that big win?
Yeah, no, I mean, we showed last night, again, how good of a team we could be. We just got to keep being consistent. Adding a guy like Powell will just be fantastic for our team, for our power play. He'll fit in nicely with the group, so we're excited.
Well, back in late November, we had a coach's interview back into one of our locations for our coaches show, and you brought up Frankie Trezera. You talked about how he was buying in, how he felt like he was becoming a big part of the team. Last night, he certainly showed it. 2 big goals in his return to the lineup. What does that mean to the team coming into this portion of the season?
Yeah, I mean, he gets himself involved. He works hard. He goes to the net. Good thing happen when you go to the net. So, I mean, you watch him play. It's pretty obvious that he's bought into what we're trying to do here.
And speaking of buying into what you're trying to do here, obviously, again, we've talked about it yesterday. 3 big points again on the line here tonight against the team right above you in the standings. Obviously, going to their barn, it changes the atmosphere a little bit. But when you look at that, what's the message to the guys here as you take the road trip up?
Oh, yeah, I mean, we're actually pretty good on the road. So, yeah, I'm not worried about that. If we play our game, we play the same way, same intensity, same compete level, we'll be successful.
And when you're talking about intensity, obviously things got a little fresh in the second period last night. Got goalie involved in some altercations, and the fisticuffs started to get thrown around. This hasn't traditionally, in the first 8 games of this, really been all that much of the punching and the extracurriculars, but it's gotten that way a little bit more as the seasons went on. Is that just to be expected, or?
Yeah, I mean, what else is new with Watertown? I mean, it's pretty obvious. They do it with every team they play, so it's kind of funny. So, we just play our game. We'll take care of business with them. Not worried about that stuff. Just laugh at them.
Perfect. And then obviously the special teams are another thing that we've talked about quite a bit here recently. The penalty kill, again, has been absolutely on fire. They allowed a goal last night. Only the second in the last 7 games you guys have allowed over this stretch of games. That being said, the power play seemed to struggle a little bit. What are you looking to do to kind of fix that up?
Yeah, I mean, there was just some guys that don't want to do what we're supposed to do on the power play. So adding a guy like Kyle Powell will make a big difference, and then we have a guy like Cameron Yarwood will be around. So penalty kill's been cleaned up nicely. Power play is extremely important, so we have to fix that. But it's a matter of guys wanting to do the right things at this point.
For sure, and wanting to do the right thing, obviously, a big part of that. When you look at the lineup now, obviously you're short a player here tonight as a suspension came down late last night, but trading out the assistant coach from in front of the bench to behind the bench and adding Kyle Powell kind of seems like he might be in an okay spot with that.
Yeah, I mean, 10-4 is 5. I kind of like the 11 and 5, but I mean we'll be okay playing one guy short. We just preach compete. As long as they do that, we're a good hockey team. So I anticipate that we're going to the rest of the weekend.
We had talked yesterday also about the goaltending matchup here as it goes. Obviously, you guys were able to take advantage of a goaltender you knew pretty well last night in Spencer Kozlowski, and Sammy Bernard had a big night back in the crease behind the offense here, especially in the last few minutes when the 6-on-5 was continuing to go and outpour. Tonight, again, I asked this yesterday, how do you look at the situation in the goaltending in the net? Is it switching out, bringing Bowers in, giving him his opportunity? Is it riding Sammy as he's a hot hand? What was the outlook there?
Yeah, no, I liked what we did last weekend, rotating. So, Eli will be in net tonight, and I think he'll be great. Sammy was fantastic last night. That's what we expect from him every night, and I'm sure Eli will do great tonight as well. As long as we played great in front of Sammy too. We made it easier for him, and that's how it should be. He shouldn't have to be making point blank saves all the time. So we play the same way, and getting shooting lanes with Eli will be good.
Last question before I let you go. Obviously, the hitting ramped up a little bit defensively, something we haven't seen out of the defense, and it was kind of led by number 2, Mark Pozar. He came out there and really threw the body around, played a more physical game. Is that something you're expecting out of him, or what was that just the team-wide talk for this coming week and this coming part of the schedule?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's pretty obvious you're watching. The team's coming together, so being more physical is part of it. Getting and shooting lane, blocking shots is extremely important. We don't need to run around and run guys, but being physical is very important to be a winning team. So it was great to see that. But pretty much we only played 4D last night. Because the one, maybe a little bit of a sickness, we couldn't play him too much, and those four were great. So it was good to see.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Tyler George. We'll be back here on the pregame show here on Mixler.com.
Well, there you heard it. That was last night's pregame show. So, again, thank you to Tyler George for sitting down with me. He talked about Eli Bowers, had a heck of a night last night. And right back to Sammy it goes. Sammy Bernard going to get his opportunity here back between the pipes up here in Watertown. Came away with a 4-2 win on Saturday night. And, of course, the River Sharks came away with a 4-2 basically repeat win there last night here in Watertown in front of a packed house. A little bit lighter here today as the football playoffs are definitely on, which reminds me to remind all of you, Super Bowl jerseys are now available. Make sure you get your bids in on auctions, app.io, app. And, of course, come check out the game jerseys live as they will be worn on Super Bowl Sunday, a 1 p.m. start against the Binghamton Black Bears. Obviously, that's going to be a huge, huge game as the River Sharks will be coming off be finishing up a 3-3, really. They'll have 2 games back-to-back with Danbury and then facing the Black Bears before, again, another game on Wednesday, Valentine's Day. Celebrate your special day with the River Sharks. So as they get set and get the starting lineup going, as the River Sharks going to look to jump on things very, very quickly here. So this is going to be an important first period as the Watertown Wolves have got to be feeling a bit of frustration having fallen in 2 games in a total score of 8-4. Watertown going to bring out everything they have as right away here Tate Leeson, Carter Thornton coming out here starting off this game. That's a line that's designed to do some scoring as Chewitten Blacksmith makes his way out as well. So Watertown Wolves trying to beef it up right out of the gate, and we'll see how that all plays out. As I said, it sounds like it's going to be Eloy Bouchard lining up in the crease tonight as Spencer Kozlowski was recently moved to the IR list, and hopefully he's doing okay. Saw Spencer before the game. Looked to be in okay condition, but we'll see how that all shakes out. I never know what's going on behind the scenes. And now they'll give the introduction of Eloy Bouchard. We'll step aside for the national anthem. When we come back, period 1, puck drop, starting right here on Mixler and live on YouTube. You're listening to River Sharks Hockey. Top of the circle, waiting, shooting, goal!
Hockey is back. Your Elmira River Sharks return to the Shark Tank Thursday, January 25th and Friday, January 26th to take on the Port Huron Prowlers. The Prowlers enter town for the first time Thursday, January 25th at 7:05 p.m., Friday, January 26th, also at 7:05 p.m. Get your tickets online at Ticketmaster or on the Ticketmaster app or by calling the box office, 607-734-PUCK. River Sharks Hockey. Fear the fin.
At Collier's, we take pride in delivering great barbecue every day. Our slow-cooked, smoky-flavored home cooking is a favorite among young and old, from signature spare ribs and baby back ribs to brisket and chicken. But did you know that Collier's caters too? We offer a full range of catering options to suit any event, from wedding and corporate events to graduation parties, retirement and backyard barbecues, and pig roasts. If you have an event coming up, give us a call. We're now booking for the 2024 season. At Collier's, we do great barbecue, and that's just the beginning. Call today and book your next event with Rhea at 570-888-2927 for Collier's.
Frisbee Welding LLC in Spencer, New York is partnering with the River Sharks this season. They're a local family-owned company that manufactures hay feeding and handling equipment, as well as a dealer for over 40 equipment lines for everything from large farming operations to your hobbyists and homesteaders. They offer top-of-the-line equipment and more economical versions to fit your needs. Find them on Facebook or call or text Chris at 607-422-0820 for your landscaping, construction, agriculture, snow removal, forestry, and sportsman's attachments and equipment needs.
The temperature outside is dropping, but the certificate rates at IRFCU are on the rise. If you are looking to stash away some cash, make it work for you. Check out the certificate rates here at Ingersoll Rand Federal Credit Union by visiting us online at IngersollRandFCU.com. Members can open a share certificate right from their mobile app or through our online banking platform. Saving has never been easier. Make your money work for you at IRFCU.
All right, the anthem is in the books, and that means it is time for hockey. For those of you being able to see this on the YouTube broadcast, brand new helmet stickers brought to you by Limitless Prints. Brand new facility in Elmira, New York. Limitless Prints, 607-873-4485. Those stickers sure look sharp. So again, no surprise here as Powell out here with Ford. This is going to be an interesting combination to keep an eye on throughout the night. As Elmira looking to get off to a quick start here again. Watertown skating north to south in those home navy blue jerseys with the light blue accents. The River Sharks back clad in those white road jerseys. We'll see how they handle things here tonight. Eloy Bouchard again getting his first start in a little bit. Freshly back off the injured reserve. So we'll see if the River Sharks are able to pressure things here a little bit right off the get-go. Elijah Wilson set to take the draw. As that puck is dropped, Wilson does win it back, gets it to Stephen Ford, moving it quickly along. Powell back to Ford. Ford looks up ice and passes it along, hustling it up. Vartiainen in onside. Vartiainen drops that puck down low. Trezera trying to get there. He's taken down, and that puck skitters around back behind. That puck will be worked back towards center ice where Kyle Powell cuts it off. Quick back in. Elijah Wilson onside. No, they say offside. So the Sharks will again have to make adjustments. 19:37 left to go here in the period. 0-0 score. Faceoff comes just outside that Watertown zone. Puck is dropped. Trying to work it through the linesman's skates. Nobody knew where it was. Now it's slapped in. Stephen Klink trying to chase it back down. Quick changes here as Klink tries to throw it along. Can't. Powell moved it back in, but offsides are the Sharks. Quickly back. Watertown trying to set this back up as they hustle it forward. Poke, check there, but can't get it away. Leeson going to turn around and re-break in towards the zone. Leeson cuts wide. Sent to the sideboards. Klink using his body to keep it away from him. Picked off and moved back by Powell. Gets it to Klink. Klink a little backhander, but can't get it to his man. Peavy steps in and plays the body. Peavy has to take it away from him, though, and right back towards the point. Peavy will pick it off. Back out to the blue line. Klink picks it up and flips it ahead. He was looking for Gaeta, just didn't get everything he wanted on that one. Sent towards the Watertown bench. Peavy picks off, and right back in goes Klink. Klink sidesteps a check, but can't get the puck to go with him. And now Watertown quickly turning it around the other way. Throws that one towards Sammy Bernard, who knocks that one down, and he will take the whistle. So 18:42 left to go here in period number one. Sammy getting his legs around. First opportunity here for him in Watertown on the weekend. Soilitz waiting as Mike Mercurio harassing him. Soilitz wins it back right on towards the netminder. MJ Merkel gets it back and moves it to Cody Rogers. Rogers ahead. Quickly flips that up. Tried to hit Muka, but it rolls all the way down, and Bouchard gonna take no chances on that one, covering it up quickly. So, 18:32 to go. Each team with a shot on goal so far. 0-0 the score. As Elmira trying to get the offensive pressure going. They've had a good job of that here in the last couple of games. Soilitz looks to win a draw. As that one tied up and worked back out. Watertown will pick it up and hustle back the other way. Pavlov trying to move it up quickly. It's played along at the blue line. Kept out of the zone momentarily, and Merkel will pick it up. Banking that one off the boards for Soilitz. Soilitz taking a rough ride. Turns it around and decides better of it, sends it ahead. Trying to throw it into the zone. Muka couldn't handle the puck, and it's moved back along. Darius Davidson right back in. Bouchard steps out to play. Frankie Trezera trying to chase it back down. Watertown does pick it up behind their own net. Kept in the zone here by Powell. Thrown towards the front, deflected, and bounces around in front. Puck comes loose. Coming away with it, Vartiainen. Vartiainen looks up, trying to find a lane. Looking to throw that one. Couldn't find his man. Sends it back out to Ford at the point. Back to Kyle Powell. Powell throwing that one down deep into the zone again. Looking for a lane, thrown towards the net, and again, easily turned aside and sent up into the netting. So, 17-17 to go here, period number one. And Elmira is starting to show some of that offensive zone possession they've had over the last couple games. So, 17-17 to go. Shots on goal in favor of Elmira right now. 3-1. Puck is won back. Played out there by Ford. He dumps it around the backside of the net. Scooped up there right towards the slot, and a shot they couldn't get it to go. Puck played back towards the far side. Watertown trying to hustle it back again. Watertown in those blue jerseys skating north to south. Elmira in the visiting whites, south to north. Back the other way. Here comes the Wolves into the zone, throwing it on Sammy Bernard, and that'll be covered up quickly. Bernard not taking a single chance there. So another offensive zone down these past couple games. They're pushing back Ford and the Wolves winger. Peavy trying to win the draw. He does get it back. Stephen Ford is there, banks it back behind. Powell has it. Powell moving it ahead for Stephen Klink. Klink a backhander trying to get it through, and he'll step up and pick it. Plays it up for Peavy. Peavy cuts by, drops it for Gaeta. David Gaeta cutting wide, turns around, back towards the point to Powell. Powell fakes the shot, now gets it over to Ford. Ford throws it, and it goes over the top of the net. Bouncing around, right back to Ford on a hand pass from Watertown. Ford gets it deep into the corner, nobody there. Chased down by Peavy. Peavy back to the point for Ford. Ford right back down low. Klink couldn't get a stick on it. It'll go back behind the net. Gaeta cuts his man off, but still that puck pursues around the boards. Flip back up and out to center ice. Getting there is Stephen Ford. Ford turning around. He's got Klink kicked up, and that gets into the zone. Gaeta has it bounce off him and back there. Klink turns around, trying to get it for Gaeta. Gaeta moving it ahead, quickly back in the zone. He's got Klink with him, trying to work it through his skates, but couldn't play it as Watertown takes it back now. The Wolves resetting in their own zone. Long look, trying to get it through center ice as Blacksmith, period number 1. Sammy snagged that right out of midair like a second baseman. Love to see that. Or like a wide receiver for those of you watching the NFL playoffs and getting ready for Super Bowl Sunday. Brett Parker takes the draw, wins that back to Merkel. Merkel, the assistant coach, trying to play that puck along. As that's one back. Watertown deflection through. Nice play there by Bernard. Cody Rogers is there for it. Moves it ahead, but right back onto a Wolves stick as that's moved back down low. All the way below the goal line. Merkel gets there and ramps that puck up and along. Gotten out to center ice, trying to get there. A little bit of trouble for Maggi as Watertown will turn it right back around. Trying to play it off, it's Tate Leeson. Leeson taking a long look. Hustles ahead, has his stick lifted. Puck comes loose, and Rogers comes away with it. Cody Rogers taking his time. He waits. Surveys the ice, sends it up through center. Little tip pass into the zone. Darius Davidson trying to chase it back down. Davidson, River Sharks down low, still digging, trying to get it back towards the point. Gets it back to center ice, where it's picked up there. Vartiainen moves it back to Powell. Powell looking, surveying the situation, has that one taken away on a tipped pass. Back towards the middle of the slot as Mercurio takes it down deep in the zone, deflected and turned away. Trying to get there once again was Trezera, unable to do anything with that. Puck flutters around, back down low. Powell on the chase. Mercurio's there, right towards the slot shot, and it's in the back of the net. Elmira's not going to be happy with that one. Little too cute right in front of the net, and Watertown's going to go up 1-0. 14-17 to go here in period number 1. So the Wolves get on the board first. As now, Peavy coming set to take the draw. Peavy still trying to get placed. They're going to kick both of them out of the face-off circle, Peavy and Botero. So Klink will come in to take the draw. As that one's dropped, one back by Watertown, trying to play it up ahead quickly. Move back into the zone, a shot deflected and a save by Sammy Bernard. No chances on that one. 14-10 to go, takes us to our first media timeout of the period. River Sharks trailing 1-0. 5 minutes and 50 seconds in. We'll be right back after this.
Frisbee Welding LLC in Spencer, New York is partnering with the River Sharks this season. They're a local family-owned company that manufactures hay feeding and handling equipment, as well as a dealer for over 40 equipment lines for everything from large farming operations to your hobbyists and homesteaders. They offer top-of-the-line equipment and more economical versions to fit your needs. Find them on Facebook or call or text Chris at 607-422-0820 for your landscaping, construction, agriculture, snow removal, forestry, and sportsman's attachments and equipment needs.
The temperature outside is dropping, but the certificate rates at IRFCU are on the rise. If you are looking to stash away some cash, make it work for you. Check out the certificate rates here at Ingersoll Rand Federal Credit Union by visiting us online at IngersollRandFCU.com. Members can open a share certificate right from their mobile app or through our online banking platform. Saving has never been easier. Make your money work for you at IRFCU.
All right, with that, we are back here live. Media timeout coming to an end as Elmira trying to figure out the right strategy here. Got to get down to the other end of the ice and put something past Eloy Bouchard. So, Powell talking to Peavy as Peavy gets set for the draw. Puck is won back. There forward is Stephen Ford. Ford banks that puck ahead, gets it to Klink. Klink hustling out. Klink over to Peavy. Peavy moves it right back through to Klink. Klink towards the front shot, and it goes just wide. Puck banked all the way back to the defensive zone as Powell turns it around. Kyle Powell looks up the ice, banks it off the boards again, right back into the zone as a nice tip by Klink to avoid the check, but again, dump and chase strategy here as it's moved down low. Peavy tries to fan it back towards the front of the net, but it's picked back up by Watertown and moving it out quickly. Right back up the near side boards, my apologies, as that puck's picked off. Soilis gets it ahead, can't control it, and that puck will be dumped back in by Watertown as they go for a change. Back to get it goes Ford. Ford, little backhander. He finds Kyle Powell. Powell looking up ice. Finds Muka. Muka tips that puck ahead, and he'll race after that one. Bouchard able to put it off the sideboards. Soilis able to keep for a moment, but it's poke checked right back out. Rogers moving ahead. Again looking for Muka, but again it's picked off. Davidson trying to get there. Banked off the boards again, and right back ahead. Here comes the Wolves. Watertown into the zone. Cutting. Trying to get something towards the net. Thrown towards the net, and an easy save there once again for Sammy Bernard. So 13:04 to go here in the first period of play, as the River Sharks trailing 1-0 at the moment. Stavros Solis getting set for the puck drop here. Puck is down. Watertown wins it. Back to the point. Big shot, and kicked away there by Sammy Bernard. Back out to center ice. Chasing after it is Davidson. Watertown's defense playing catch. Now they get it back ahead. Picked off by Cody Rogers. Rogers slaps that one up for Muka. Muka off the boards, gotten into the zone. Soilis gets around his man and hustles back. Stavros Soilis towards the front shot and just hits the post. No goal on that. Back out the other way. Watertown 2-on-2 back the other way. Watertown enters the zone. A little pass across, looking, thrown towards the net and turned aside by Sammy Bernard. Back behind. Blacksmith gets the pass out towards the slot, played away, and now in there to get it goes Muka. Marty Muka passing ahead, trying to get that up and out of the zone, and they do. Watertown offside, and finally it's blown. I'm not sure the linesman saw that initially. So, again, 12 minutes, 21 seconds to go here in period number 1. River Sharks with a short bench. They're going to have to be effective early, so they've got to get going here. Shots on goal 8-5 in favor of the home squad as Elijah Wilson gets set for the puck drop. Puck is down, one back. Powell takes possession. Powell across to Ford. Ford looking up ice, decides to take it himself, gets over the red line now, dumps that puck down in, and Trezera on the chase. Back down low as Wilson takes a look, banks off of Trezera. Trezera throws it towards the slot, picked off there, backhander towards the front and can't get it to go. Back behind, Watertown picking that puck up and working it out defensively. Now it's moved up, stretch pass looking for Mike Mercurio, but it's picked off and moved ahead by the Elmira River Sharks. Ford back again to Powell instead in his defensive zone, throws that puck ahead right to a blue jersey as Watertown gets right back in easily. Powell's there to play. Powell banks it down low, a little extra shove from Gingrich as it's picked off now by Vartiainen. Banked back out, and Trezera again on the chase. Puck picked off by Watertown and turned around. Back to get it goes Lincoln Gingrich. Gingrich moves it back defensively, and again, Watertown trying to not get caught in the midst of a change. Too many men on the ice, according to the River Sharks, but not going to get that call. Back the other way comes Watertown. Into the zone, looking for a lane, thrown towards the front, broken up in the slot, right back to the defense. Another attempt shot goes just wide, and Watertown chases that puck around. It's Patero. Patero run into the boards by Elijah Wilson. Dakota Seaman comes away with it, gets it back to the point. Poke checking that one out. Gaeta can't quite get there as Klink did the hard work getting that puck out, just nobody able to get back on it. Stephen Ford back for it. Ford looks up ice, looking for a lane. Little backhander, gets that puck out of the zone. Gaeta has it taken away from him and right back in. Powell settling things down. Comes out from behind his own crease. Look up the ice, finds Ford. Ford looking ahead. He's got Klink, gets it to him. Klink cuts through offside, and that more left to go here. So 10:44 to go here in period number 1. And again, the Watertown Wolves up 1-0. As Elmira trying to find that scoring touch. As I said, they've got the 4-2 wins last night and on Friday night. Parker wins that puck back, and again, the River Sharks on the chase. All the way back with time, Cody Rogers behind his own crease. Cody Rogers looks up ice, fires it along for MJ Merkel. Merkel gets it over the blue line, over the red line, and he'll dump that puck down in deep. Eloy Bouchard leaves his crease to play. Moves it along to his defenseman quickly. Back down deep is Parker. Parker, who got off the schneid yesterday. Parker out towards the front, couldn't connect with his man. He was looking for Muka. Now Muka back towards the slot, broken up. Played out there by Davidson, a shot, and it goes just wide. Cody Rogers chasing, and somehow not a penalty in the corner again as an Elmira player down. Back up, shot off the side of the net, and Elmira player heading straight for the bench, grabbing at his face. Back out the other way comes Watertown. As they hustle it ahead, it's Muka who was down, my apologies. Tate Leeson, a drop pass, picked off and moved back towards the backboards as Blacksmith is in there. Moves it around, gets it over to Leeson. Leeson takes a rough ride from Darius Davidson, and now Peavy hustles out the other way. 9:45 to go in the first period of play. Trying to get wide, a big hit on Peavy, but he gets that puck down deep in the zone. Peavy attacking, trying to get that puck back. Move back, Kyle Powell, big windup and a shot, blockered away. Stephen Ford chasing that puck down and keeps the zone momentarily. He'll go off for a line change. Quickly back behind the net and turned it around. That one is blown dead. I believe the net might have come off its moorings. And with 9:28 to go, 1-0 Watertown as we head to the second media timeout. You're listening to River Sharks Hockey here on Mixlr.com.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health. Counted on us to heal you, support you, encourage you, get you back on your feet. And for more than a century, Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do. Because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Looking forward while embracing our legacy. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients. Focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. At Arnett, we're nurses, doctors, and teams of other caregivers inspired by healing. We know your physical, emotional, and spiritual health are each part of the whole of you. To continue a tradition of medicine driven by compassion, teaching, and healing. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
And with that, we are back here live. It appears that the River Sharks are going on a penalty kill here. All right, well, here we go again. We've told this story a couple of times this season so far. There's a big conference at center ice. I don't know what that has to do with, but Elmira on the penalty kill, 73.9%, while Watertown on the power play, 20.4%. River Sharks came up with a huge kill at the end of the game last night. Going to need one here as Peavy tries to get set. That puck won back. Watertown trying to set it back up here as they're on the man advantage. Tomasi passes it back to the point. Passed across again. Watertown looking to get this set up. Back to the point one more time. Shot deflected through and an excellent save, Sammy Bernard. Tate Leeson gets it right back, however, back to the point. Pass across Tomasi. He whiffs on that one back towards the front of the net. Blacksmith has it taken away from him. Now Ford will send that puck 200 feet. So a minute 35 to go in the man advantage as Watertown to go back behind. Too many men on the ice was the call. As again, back the other way comes Watertown, hustling it back into the zone, looking, taking it towards the net. Leeson gets shoved off. Another stop, and a huge stop again as Tate Leeson was denied. Darius Davidson trying to get there as he gets that puck aside. Worked it back towards the blue line, but again, failing to clear. They say he did not get it out. Puck sent back towards the blue line again. Watertown has that poke checked away from Tate Leeson. Leeson back to the point again. Passed across for Tomasi. Tomasi looking, waiting, shooting. Passed across, goes off the side of the net. Good save there by Powell. Back behind, Tomasi with it, working back towards the point, picked off by Davidson, and he will get it out. Less than a minute to go in the man advantage. As again, that puck all the way back in the Watertown end. Thornton will go off for a change, though he was calling for the puck just a moment ago. Peavy applying the offensive zone pressure as Elmira still short-handed for another 40 seconds. Hustling in, Mercurio looking for a quick change out here as Watertown has to reset. 1-0 Watertown at the moment. 8 minutes left to go in this period. Move back ahead, flipped off a couple of bodies, and MJ Merkel will pick it up. Merkel turns, fires up the ice, and that'll get all the way back in the Watertown defensive end. Still 20 seconds left to kill here. 7:45 to go here in period number one. 1-0 Wolves as Watertown hustles back out the other way. They look up ice, trying to get it deep into the zone. Cody Rogers peels back, and he shoves his man to the sideboards. That's Chase Dabari. Dabari back to the point again, looking for a lane off of a man. Picked up quickly, and Cody Rogers going to get there. He comes up with the puck, and he'll send it 200 feet. That'll do it for the penalty, and the River Sharks back to full strength. 7:25 left to go here in period number 1. Trezera on the chase, trying to get in there as the Sharks need something to break their way. Back again, picked off at center ice, but Watertown able to move it ahead still. Again, that puck skitters around. Big hit by Merkel, and Merkel's going to 9 to go in period 1. 7:09 remaining in the first period of play after a tripping call on a perfectly clean hit. Second power play of the game. Marty Muka, who went down holding his face, not a single thing called on that one. Watertown goes back to the man advantage. Blake Peavy set to take the draw. Puck is dropped. Watertown wins it back. Back to the point. Peavy providing the pressure. Tomasi gets it along the sideboards. Back down low. Blacksmith looking. Sends it back to Tomasi at the hash marks. Back to the point. Big shot. Saved by Sammy Bernard. Tomasi gets it right back. However, he's harassed by Ford. Back to the point again as Watertown tries to set this puck up. Back to the sideboards on the far side this time. Peavy pressuring Leeson off of his skate. Back and out of the zone. That'll go 200 feet. Excellent work there by the River Sharks defensively on the penalty kill. Watertown has to go all the way back into their own end to play that. The Wolves hustling up the ice. Tate Leeson beginning that rush again. Leeson shooting, deflected, goes just wide. Ford chasing it down. He's going to get there. Banks that puck right back and all the way down. Brett Parker with a little bit of speed here trying to chase that puck back into the defensive zone for Watertown. That puck wrapped all the way around as Blacksmith circled back towards the central ice area. He goes back and picks up the puck in his own zone, hustling back ahead over the blue line, looking for a lane. Cuts down below the goal line. Chetwin Blacksmith takes a look, sends it back to his defense, back across for Tomasi. Tomasi back to the point again. Shot deflected, and that one is up and out of play. Ooh, and just narrowly misses a fan down below. Going to take home a nice little souvenir for that one, however. So 6:02 left to go. As again, we are right back here in the defensive zone for the River Sharks. 54 seconds to kill still. As Elijah Wilson back out to take the draw. 1-0 Watertown at the moment. As Wilson does win that draw back, Cody Rogers right up the boards but can't get it out. Back to the point it goes. Trying to settle this puck down. It's worked along the sideboards. Back to the point. A shot deflected off of Davidson, off the crossbar, right back in front. And Sammy Bernard able to come up with a huge save there. Couple of times that puck has fluttered right in front of Sammy Bernard, and he has had to be big. 42 seconds remaining here in the kill. As the puck drop coming to the right-hand side of Sammy Bernard. Wilson gets set. He wins that puck back. Rogers, a backhander, and gets that puck to the blue line, but fails to clear. Able to keep the zone. Pass down low again as Watertown looks to set it up. Mercurio back on the point, looking for the pass. Not going to get it as that one skitters along from Lord. Back down low one more time. Puck worked down low. Trying to play it off. It's Botero in there being battled. Botero still working it as Trezera got it out, but again, back onto a Watertown stick. Chase Dabari looking for a lane. He loses control. Trezera's on him. Botero back below the goal line. He's shoved off by Rogers, and that'll be worked back to the point. Again, unable to clear. Now that time they got it out of the zone. So with 8 seconds to go in the penalty kill, the River Sharks still trailing 1-0, but the damage hasn't gotten worse. That's the positive note here if you're Elmira. 5:16 to go here as Elmira trying to find their offense here. Klink, Ford, Gaeta, and Kyle Powell on the backside. Puck is dropped. Klink pushed it forward as Watertown gets it back to their defense. Working that puck ahead. Into the zone it goes. Blacksmith comes up with it. He's harassed by Powell. Towards the front, deflected, and that'll be worked wide. Leeson with it. Leeson cutting. Pass across, shot, and off the side of the net. Elmira works it around, and the penalty has come to an end. Trying to push it along was MJ Merkel. He kicks at it now that he's free from the box. Trying to work it. Has his stick stepped on, and again, finally able to move that puck back towards the blue line. Gaeta and Klink out. Over to Klink. Klink into the zone. Cuts wide, breaks in, towards the front, looking, deking, shooting, and can't get it to go. Back again towards the front, and Gaeta will get it back behind the net. David Gaeta taking a look towards the front, has that broken up. Shot, and that one's over the top of it, having to chase it back out to center ice. Getting there, the River Sharks trying to get free as tied up was Stavros Soilis, and that one's thrown towards the front. Another penalty coming here as Stavros Soilis going to go to the box. 3 in a row against the River Sharks now. So that takes us to the final media timeout with 1:23 to go. And Elmira will be killing the rest of this period, at least they hope. We'll be back in just a minute. Top of the circle, waiting, shooting, goal!
Hockey is back. Your Elmira River Sharks return to the Shark Tank Thursday, January 25th and Friday, January 26th to take on the Port Huron Prowlers. The Prowlers enter town for the first time Thursday, January 25th at 7:05 p.m., Friday, January 26th, also at 7:05 p.m. Get your tickets online at Ticketmaster or on the Ticketmaster app or by calling the box office, 607-734-PUCK. River Sharks Hockey. Fear the fin.
At Calliers, we take pride in delivering great barbecue every day. Our slow-cooked, smoky-flavored home cooking is a favorite among young and old. From signature spare ribs and baby back ribs to brisket and chicken. But did you know that Calliers caters too? We offer a full range of catering options to suit any event. From wedding and corporate events to graduation parties, retirement and backyard barbecues, and pig roasts. If you have an event coming up, give us a call. We're now booking for the 2024 season. At Calliers, we do great barbecue, and that's just the beginning. Call today and book your next event with Rhea at 570-888-2927 for Calliers.
All right, back to it. Another penalty kill for the River Sharks. And you know they're not going to be happy about this, having to kill more time. But so it goes. 1:23, puck is down, and Watertown takes possession right off the hop. Trying to work that puck back down. It's down to Blacksmith in the corner. Blacksmith passes across. Back to Tomasi. Back to the point again. As Watertown tries to set it up, pass across, back for Tomasi. Tomasi, top of the circle, looking, sends it a huge save, and Thornton reacts with some, well, vigor, to say the least. And I apologize, we were not quite as far down as I thought we were based on the clock. They have reset it, so 3:59 to go here in period number 1. My apologies. As with 1:37 to go in the power play, Elmira still on the kill. Back to the point it goes. Parker trying to keep that puck away from Tate Leeson. Leeson worked to the outside. Back down low for Blacksmith. Right back to Leeson at the hash marks. Back up to the point. Again, back to Leeson now. Leeson throws it towards the net, deflected, and it goes just wide. As Blacksmith chases it down in the corner, Cody Rogers trying to get a hold of it. He does now, turning it around quickly. Rogers fires that puck all the way down, and the Sharks kill some more time. 1:10 left to go here on the man advantage as Stavros Soilis serving time in the box. Pushing it forward, Elijah Wilson jumping up into the play. Hustling back, however, Watertown back in the offensive zone. Has that puck poke-checked away as he tried to cut through 4 River Sharks. That puck will be bounced back to center ice. And now Watertown trying to take possession back at center. Hustled up, Darius Davidson with a quick turnaround. He's got possession of the puck. Will send it back. He finds Powell. 43 seconds to go in the kill. This one sent all the way down. Powell will have that bounce right in on Bouchard. And the Sharks will watch as Watertown regroups. Back behind. 30 seconds to go here in the man advantage for Watertown. The 3rd in a row as that one bounces off the foot of Wilson. It stays at center ice momentarily. Now it'll bounce into the zone. Ford is there, banks it back out. Davidson able to chip it and get that puck all the way back. 18 seconds remaining in the man advantage as Elmira trying to go back to work. Wilson, the only man deep as Watertown starts their breakout. Gets this puck back down. 2.5 minutes to go in the first period. Dabari with a pass across shot, and that one hits off Ford. Ford couldn't control that puck, bounces over the top of the net, wrapped around, rides the rail and back out to center ice. The kill has come to an end, and it's back to 5-on-5 hockey. Moved across to Soilis, heads for the bench. Trying to play this puck up. Excellent work there by Kyle Powell, just couldn't get it in the offensive zone. Turned around. Watertown hustles back into the offensive zone. This one flipped and right back towards me as the Watertown Wolves, with 2:06 remaining here in period number 1, still holding on to that 1-0 lead. Always a fun time here as we get set. So Elmira trying to get things going as they wait for the puck drop. Puck is won back. Back behind, Merkel wrapping it around the boards. Klink trying to chase after it. That puck gets free, and Gaeta will get in with it. David Gaeta cutting to the front, tries to drop for Klink, but it's just a step ahead of him. And back the other way comes Watertown. Hustling back into the zone. Botero with a shot, kick save there. Huge play by MJ Merkel. Back to the point. A shot deflected. Saved by Bernard. Work to the side. Rogers tied up as that one's flipped back ahead. Stephen Klink trying to get free as, again, pushing and shoving with Dakota Seaman. Seaman wearing number 2 tonight. Used to seeing him in 88. Big hit on Klink. That's got to be a penalty, and it looks like it will be. Klink is down. Seaman, that is just plain dirty, and we're used to seeing that from him. So a power play opportunity now for the River Sharks with 1:32 to go. So offensive zone opportunity and a chance to tie this one up. 1:32 to go in the period. Face-off off to the left-hand side of Bouchard as Gaeta coming out with Peavy. No Klink to start this one off. Hopefully he's okay after that vicious hit. Play one back by Watertown, and that puck will be sent all the way back down. Bernard settles it down, left behind. Kyle Powell will take it. Powell helped convert a couple times on the man advantage yesterday. Fires that puck ahead. Out of the zone, Vartiainen, quick pass up, gets it to Wilson. Wilson into the zone, breaking in, looking, shooting, and can't get the shot to go. Back to the point. Kyle Powell able to keep the zone there. Flip back towards center, and again, things will get tied up. Back behind. A look up ice, it's Peavy. Sidestepping one check, hustling it back into the offensive zone. Peavy in offside. So, 58.8 seconds to go, 1:27 to go in the man advantage, and the River Sharks still battling here. Trying to get that zone time set up as the faceoff going to come right back outside the Watertown Wolves defensive zone. Shots on goal 21-9 in favor of the Watertown Wolves after 3 straight power plays. Now the River Sharks finally getting their opportunity as they wait. Puck is dropped, one to the sideboards. Elmira gets a hold of it and sends it back to Powell. Powell with a quick pass across, finds Vartiainen. Vartiainen fakes a shot. Now he'll dump that puck in and around the boards. Chasing after it, Elijah Wilson trying to get there. Gets that puck, settling it down, back. Finds Kyle Powell. 43 seconds to go in the period. Powell waiting, still waiting, shooting, and that one's deflected. Loose in front, still comes loose. A shot, trying to get it to go, and that puck is, I don't know, I guess the referee lost sight of it. 36.5 seconds to go. And again, Elmira trying to find their pathway here. Couple of excellent opportunities. Now just need to find a way to get that puck to go. 36.5 seconds as Elmira makes some changes. Looks like Merkel heading down the tunnel a little early. Hope he's okay. Elijah Wilson set to take the draw. As he waits, puck is dropped. Wilson able to win that puck back. Gets it to Powell at the point. Powell quick across. He finds Klink. Klink with a shot. Deflected through and goes just wide. Powell there for it. Banks it back down low. Pass across for Stephen Klink. Klink top of the circle, waiting, shooting. It's loose in front again, still poking at it, and they can't get it to go as again they say that puck was loose. And this official with the quickest whistle. And that's what you hear the River Sharks screaming about. When the puck is loose and this official can advantage of a man advantage opportunity here. I said it before, they have had 3 penalty kills in a row as that puck bounces back. Defensively, they get it. Powell passed across quickly. It's Klink with it again, throws it towards the front. That's deflected off to the sideboards as now again, puck comes back. It's Powell, last 8 seconds of the period. Throws that towards the net over the top of it, and that puck settles into the corner now. Watertown trying to get it, take advantage. Powell gets it back, 1 second to go. Shot, and it is stopped as Bouchard able to make the save. So the end of the first period has Watertown up 1-0. Not where you want to be if you're the River Sharks, but again, a lot of time to go here in this one. Elmira, obviously, a lot of things to talk about in the locker room. Haven't had great first periods in this little set anyway. Second period has really been the bread and butter so far, and as you see, the officials getting a chat in with Kyle Powell, the newest member of the Elmira River Sharks. So we'll see what comes out of the first period. Obviously, not the lead. The only goal scored in the first period was Vladislav Pavlov from Mike Mercurio Chase Dabari. And that's where we'll leave it heading into the intermission report. You're listening to River Sharks Hockey here on Mixlr.com and live on YouTube. Top of the circle, waiting, shooting, goal!
Hockey is back. Your Elmira River Sharks return to the Shark Tank Thursday, January 25th and Friday, January 26th to take on the Port Huron Prowlers. The Prowlers enter town for the first time Thursday, January 25th at 7:05 p.m., Friday, January 26th, also at 7:05 p.m. Get your tickets online at Ticketmaster or on the Ticketmaster app or by calling the box office, 607-734-PUCK. River Sharks Hockey. Fear the fin.
At Collier's, we take pride in delivering great barbecue every day. Our slow-cooked, smoky-flavored home cooking is a favorite among young and old. From signature spare ribs and baby back ribs to brisket and chicken. But did you know that Collier's caters too? We offer a full range of catering options to suit any event, from wedding and corporate events to graduation parties, retirement and backyard barbecues, and pig roasts. If you have an event coming up, give us a call. We're now booking for the 2024 season. At Collier's, we do great barbecue, and that's just the beginning. Call today and book your next event with Rhea at 570-888-2927 for Collier's.
Frisbee Welding LLC in Spencer, New York is partnering with the River Sharks this season. They're a local family-owned company that manufactures hay feeding and handling equipment, as well as a dealer for over 40 equipment lines for everything from large farming operations to your hobbyists and homesteaders. They offer top-of-the-line equipment and more economical versions to fit your needs. Find them on Facebook or call or text Chris at 607-422-0820 for your landscaping, construction, agriculture, snow removal, forestry, and sportsman's attachments and equipment needs.
The temperature outside is dropping, but the certificate rates at IRFCU are on the rise. If you are looking to stash away some cash, make it work for you. Check out the certificate rates here at Ingersoll Rand Federal Credit Union by visiting us online at IngersollRandFCU.com. Members can open a share certificate right from their mobile app or through our online banking platform. Saving has never been easier. Make your money work for you at IRFCU.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health, and Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do, because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients, focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
It's a place of extraordinary education. It's where heroes begin and potential is realized. A place of purpose and dedication. A devotion to learning, to pushing the boundaries of our understanding of medicine. It's our purpose, our mission, to prepare our students for the uncertain future, to keep asking new questions, to find new answers. This is LECOM. We make doctors. It's time to get to work.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health. Counted on us to heal you, support you, encourage you, get you back on your feet. And for more than a century, Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do. Because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Looking forward while embracing our legacy. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients. Focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. At Arnett, we're nurses, doctors, and teams of other caregivers inspired by healing. We know your physical, emotional, and spiritual health are each part of the whole of you. To continue a tradition of medicine driven by compassion, teaching, and healing. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
All right, so we're back with Elijah Wilson. Elijah, thanks so much for joining us here on the Coach's Show.
Absolutely.
And obviously, again, we had a long road trip there with the Columbus road trip, getting that underway. And how much of that was helpful with building with the team bonding and getting to know your teammates?
Super important. We're gonna have to say the same exact thing over. It's super important. You spend a lot of time in hotels with new teammates, and that's kind of where you create brotherhood and your lifelong friends. You also get to hang out with, like I mentioned earlier, guys like Peavy and Yarwood, a couple vets who they always got a few tricks up their sleeves, you know, to make the trip, you know, so.
And obviously, those times are really the times you guys develop not only the chemistry on the ice, but off the ice as well, when you get that opportunity to get in there and really get to know each other.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of my line mates was my roommate one of the weekends, and so, I mean, you're able to talk about the game, go back, watch some of it, or even just being friends, which is awesome.
We're live. It'll pick up eventually. It's YouTube. It's always behind. But yeah, so okay, as we talked about those couple games, obviously those were huge games for the River Sharks, playing against the best team in the opposite division, and you guys really stood with them. How much of that kind of sets a tone here for the playoff push?
A lot. That was one of the best, if not the best team in the league, and we really surprised ourselves as a team and proved that the standings are what our team is. And we should have stole the points the first game. Second game was a little tough. It was only, I think, a 3-goal game, but we proved that we can really compete and the type of team we are. So it was a good weekend.
Now looking ahead, obviously Watertown on the horizon. 3 big games. You sweep the weekend, you come away with 4th place in the conference and back in a playoff spot. Does that go through the mind of the locker room, or is it really more up in the media booth that we're talking about those kind of things?
We're treating these games like playoff games, and we're all gearing up, and we're ready to go to battle and go as far as we got to go to take care of these games. These games are going to help us in the playoffs, and they're going to help us prepare. And I mean, we got to win these to get as close as we want to be in playoffs. So, yeah, we talk about it and we push each other pretty hard in practice.
Last time Watertown was here, things got a little flared up at the end. There was a pretty good rivalry forming there. What are you guys looking forward to out of Watertown this weekend, and knowing 3 games essentially at this level is a playoff series? So what do you guys need to do here to come away victorious?
Yeah, no, they're just they're a tough team. They like to throw the body, but we just got to stick to our systems and play our hockey. The second we start slipping or playing another team's game is kind of when we go downhill. So, I mean, if we just stick to what we practice and stay true to it, I think we're going to have a really good weekend here.
Love to hear that. Now, Elijah, sitting next to Coach here on Coach's Show, got to ask you, what's it been like to learn from what Tyler Jurich has to bring into the room and everything that he brings from his playing career and now into the coaching side of things? What's that mean to you guys as a unit?
Oh, a lot. Specifically about myself, I just, being in a slump, it's nice to go to a guy like that and just ask, hey, well, what do I need to work on, or what do I need to do different here to provide more for the team? And along with a lot of other guys on the team, it's nice to have a guy who can give advice and kind of point you in the right direction.
Awesome. And Tyler, how much tape do you tell him to use on the top of the sketch? I'm just wondering. The whole roll? Full two?
A lot, John. It's pretty obvious.
Well, Tyler, when you bring in that type of experience, when you get a chance to talk to a player in the league like that, what does that mean to you as far as the coaching side of things, and how is it working out for you coming into this?
It's been great. We're a younger team. Obviously a newer team. We do have some vets, which is nice, but just a guy like Elijah, he asked it, and today actually we were working on practice and a couple shooting things, and he would score on them. It's just something new he could bring to his arsenal. It's just little stuff like that. I appreciate, obviously, as my first year, guys who listen, because obviously, coaches don't get that all the time. We see how it works in the NBA, NFL, NHL, so I appreciate a lot of them and how they treat me and treat their everyday business, and Elijah's kind of the perfect example, kind of a coach's dream, him and guys like Stephen Ford. Obviously, there's more, just making an example. But, yeah, it's been great. It's been great to be around them, and, we just want to start winning together. That'll be the most rewarding thing, and people don't know how confident we are in there that we're going to. So I think that's the good thing about our team. We don't, show up to the rink every day, just go through the motions and, last place, because we're not a last place team. It's pretty obvious. So just start winning together will be the best reward for all of us.
Speaking of winning, Elijah, I'm going to drop this one on you first.
Yeah.
Today the Super Bowl jerseys came out. You guys are going to rock Super Bowl jerseys on February 11th at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. start. The best way to kick off the Super Bowl is with some hockey, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
What was the opinion of you and the guys around you when you saw those Super Bowl jerseys?
Oh, they're wild. We like them. My favorite detail is at least the yard line and the grass on the sleeves was pretty cool. But no, either way, when I'm watching the Lions on Super Bowl Sunday, I'm really not gonna be too worried about what I'm wearing.
Yeah, if the Lions are in the Super Bowl, John, we might not have a couple guys at the game. So.
Somebody can take out the Lions. That's what
No. Even I'm a Lions fan. No. Even I'm a Lions fan.
All right. Well, Les, thanks so much for coming out. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Well, there you heard it. And well, since we don't have the out-of-town scoreboard to do around the FPHL,
Top of the circle, waiting, shooting.
Game here today, and my apologies again about a little bit of technical issue there. But since we don't have the out-of-town scoreboard with that, we will check out those NFL updates for you as we take a look around the league. Obviously, you just heard a couple of our players, big fans of the Detroit Lions. They ended up beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers yesterday 31-23. San Francisco with the comeback win over the Green Bay Packers 24-21. Baltimore shutting down the Houston Texans 34-10. And the final game taking place right now, Kansas City 13, Buffalo 10, as the first half coming to a close here in just about 33 seconds. It appears as though from where I'm sitting, Buffalo threatening at the moment. So we'll have to see if they're able to get something done with that. No other games in the FPHL here today, as the River Sharks and Wolves, the only action here tonight. And again, you get a good look. The River Sharks were battling back the entire period, just continuing to be put down on the penalty kill. 3 straight power play opportunities for the Watertown Wolves. And now the River Sharks with a power play opportunity of their own. 28 seconds to go in that as the second period will start. Of course, the period of the long change. River Sharks and those visiting whites will skate north to south this time as they bring the action back towards us. The Watertown Wolves and the home Navy Blues will skate south to north. Again, Watertown with the lead. We'll have to see if Elmira is able to find a way to battle their way back in this one. Certainly not something we've grown accustomed to saying here, as the River Sharks have really handily taken on the Wolves the last couple days. But now again, shoes on the other foot. You got to find a way and get things going to find your way back in to a lead and try to find a way to get those 3 points here tonight. Absolutely huge game for the Elmira River Sharks. We'll step aside one final time. When we come back, it will be time for Puck Drop. You're watching River Sharks hockey here on YouTube and live on Mixlr.com, your home for River Sharks hockey all season long.
Top of the circle, waiting, shooting, goal! Hockey is back. Your Elmira River Sharks return to the Shark Tank Thursday, January 25th and Friday, January 26th to take on the Port Huron Prowlers. The Prowlers enter town for the first time Thursday, January 25th at 7:05 p.m., Friday, January 26th, also at 7:05 p.m. Get your tickets online at Ticketmaster or on the Ticketmaster app or by calling the box office, 607-734-PUCK. River Sharks Hockey. Fear the fin.
At Collier's, we take pride in delivering great barbecue every day. Our slow-cooked, smoky-flavored home cooking is a favorite among young and old. From signature spare ribs and baby back ribs to brisket and chicken. But did you know that Collier's caters too? We offer a full range of catering options to suit any event, from wedding and corporate events to graduation parties, retirement and backyard barbecues, and pig roasts. If you have an event coming up, give us a call. We're now booking for the 2024 season. At Collier's, we do great barbecue, and that's just the beginning. Call today and book your next event with Rhea at 570-888-2927 for Collier's.
Frisbee Welding LLC in Spencer, New York is partnering with the River Sharks this season. They're a local family-owned company that manufactures hay feeding and handling equipment, as well as a dealer for over 40 equipment lines for everything from large farming operations to your hobbyists and homesteaders. They offer top-of-the-line equipment and more economical versions to fit your needs. Find them on Facebook or call or text Chris at 607-422-0820 for your landscaping, construction, agriculture, snow removal, forestry, and sportsman's attachments and equipment needs.
The temperature outside is dropping, but the certificate rates at IRFCU are on the rise. If you are looking to stash away some cash, make it work for you. Check out the certificate rates here at Ingersoll Rand Federal Credit Union by visiting us online at IngersollRandFCU.com. Members can open a share certificate right from their mobile app or through our online banking platform. Saving has never been easier. Make your money work for you at IRFCU.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health, and Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do, because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients, focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
It's a place of extraordinary education. It's where heroes begin and potential is realized. A place of purpose and dedication. A devotion to learning, to pushing the boundaries of our understanding of medicine. It's our purpose, our mission, to prepare our students for the uncertain future, to keep asking new questions, to find new answers. This is LECOM. We make doctors. It's time to get to work.
All right, here come the officials. And that means we are ready for period number 2. Again, 28 seconds of power play time remaining for your River Sharks. As Elmira gonna have to find a way to get things going here in period number 2. My apologies, folks. Just trying to fix a video issue here. We'll have that right back for you in just a moment. As again, want to thank everybody for tuning in here live on YouTube and on Mixlr.com, your home for River Sharks hockey all season long. As we have had a little trouble here. Not sure what the situation is. We might have to come to a complete stop on YouTube and come back.